Hi guys, how are you? Hope you're well. So today I heard a love story. I told you about Jenny and Kyle. They, um, it was the two of them and their two kids, Winnie and Ellis. Winnie is the girl, Ellis is the boy, obviously. And they had a beautiful love story from the start. There were a lot of rough patches just because she was seeing other people and he was seeing other people, and it was just this thing, a lot of life, right? But they eventually ended up together, and it is a beautiful, beautiful love story. Beautiful love story. Um, I had chills listening to him recounting, how everything went down. I literally had chills. I told him I've never met anyone who's capable of that kind of love. I said, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But in the meantime, I'm giving myself the love that other people are incapable of giving. The thing that, hi, baby. The thing that I love the most about their love story is it wasn't based on sex. It wasn't like how people do nowadays, hey, let's bump and grind as fast as we can. It wasn't like that. It was actually pure. It was based on a heart connection rather than a genital connection. And to me, I think that is the strongest foundation for a solid relationship. Now, if you don't want that person to ever talk to you again, go ahead and bump and grind with them. Especially if you're a woman and you do that with a man. Good luck with that. Let me know how that works for you. Unless he happens to be someone who cares from his heart, not from his penis, like a lot of men do. Um, but it was beautiful, and I had chills listening to his story. And I will do what I can to post it in the description. True love is a heart connection. Mind, body, heart, and soul. And I don't mean body as in sexual. Let's just take that completely out of the equation. Completely out of the equation. And let's love from our heart. And it wasn't love at first sight and we run off into the sunset together. That's not how it went down, because he had a girlfriend at the time when they met. They were working at the same place, and he had a girlfriend and she was seeing a guy off and on, and um off and on, off and on, off and on is usually a bad sign. Your relationship is not on solid footing if you continuously break up and get back together. That's not usually a good thing. But her breaking up with the guy, he eventually left her because he wasn't her person. He was chasing after somebody else. So that is obviously not your person. Um, it was just so incredible because they were best friends for years. And I mean years. They were besties. They did everything together. They went everywhere together. They gave each other cards and chocolates and, hey, bestie, love you, bestie. It was based on solid, solid, solid friendship. Nowadays, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I do not fit in this world. I don't fit because although I'm very open minded, I'm also very old school, where your feelings should not be based on sexual. It should be based on a real connection with the person that you care about. And their friendship, their relationship was built on a solid foundation. There wasn't no hanky panky. They only kissed once before they even dated each other. You seriously dated each other. Um, it wasn't holding hands and every 5 minutes, there's deep tongue action. It wasn't based on lust. And that's what I love about their connection. They both come from decent families, loving and supportive families. And honey, let me explain you something. That also helps a person have a solid relationship coming from a healthy background where they were actually raised right. Both of them have loving families. Both of them have supportive families. Both of them, their families, she has since passed away. She died of cancer, for those who don't know, and she died quickly. I thought she'd at least make it till Christmas, and that did not happen. But she had two types of fatal cancer, so at the same time. So she had lung cancer. No, she was not a smoker. She had lung cancer, non-smoking lung cancer, and she also had brain cancer. When I saw their connection on camera, and like I said, eventually, through the years, their friendship eventually blossomed. But they had a solid foundation of solid friendship for years before they even, you know, decided that they wanted to be a couple. And then once they finally made that connection mentally and from their heart, not their underwears, from their heart, okay, it kind of blossomed quickly from there. So they went from solid friendship for many years to finally deciding. She made cupcakes and she decorated this thing and put on a real pretty dress, and she was like, "Would you be my boyfriend?" And he was tickled. He kept saying, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" They were young, would you be my boyfriend? Yes, yes, of course I will. And she had music playing on the computer, and he changed the music to Kool and the Gang Celebration. He was so tickled to be her man. He was so tickled. That, you know what? That's the thing, right? That men don't do that anymore. They don't freaking do that anymore. And the ones that do are married. Let's just keep it real. Okay? Um they're just not, they just don't make them like that anymore. And the older people are, the more baggage they have, and the more likely they are to be angry and bitter, and they've been through too much. They already been through divorces, and it's just, to me, your ideal situation for getting married and having somebody is when you're young. I'm not saying you can't have it when you're older. It's just people have less baggage when they're younger. They don't have divorces and custody issues. Not necessarily, not always, you know. Um, but their backgrounds are so solid that it kind of propelled them not only towards each other because they thought alike in every sense of the word, but they both wanted the same things. They had the same sense of humor. They enjoyed the same things. And even if she wasn't into something he's into, she would get into it because it made him happy. Could you wear, I'm just using this as an example. I can't remember the stuff that he's into, but oh, Disney. He loves Disney. And he loves Disney characters. And she would wear, Disney t-shirts and that kind of thing, because it made him happy. And they were silly together and they laughed. And that's something couples don't do very often either. They did everything right. They did everything right. When they decided they were going to be each other's person forever, not until I'm tired of looking at you and I'm going to start cheating on you with your best friend. They weren't unscrupulous. They were not trashy. They are genuine, loving, kind, sweet, all the above. Hold on a minute. I forgot to take my medication today. And unless I want a whole bunch of pain, I better take it. I got to make sure I didn't put duplicates in here, which I did not. And take my vitamin also, because I just started a vitamin. Oh, I got to pick up my medicine from the store too. Anyway, they did everything right. They did everything right. Everything. There's I cannot emphasize the relationship wasn't built on hormones. It was built from a clean and pure, genuine place of real love, real affection, real connection. And she said something that almost made me cry. I had to fight tears when he said that she said this. I had to fight tears. I had to fight tears. Before she even knew she was sick, it was way before she knew she was sick, she said, "So you mean to tell me if I get sick, you'll take care of me?" And he said, "I'll be happy to take care of you for the rest of my life." What did I tell you? They don't make men like that no more. You must be crazy. They don't make them like that no more. They approach with their wang in their hand, and if you ain't down, or you're not down to be lied to, cheated on, and manipulated, then they keep it moving. There's a lot of toxic individuals in this world. Too many. Too many. Too many. But I was fighting tears because that was almost a word premonition. So you'll take care of me if I'm sick. I'll take care of you happily for the rest of my life. And he kissed her on her forehead. And another time she said, "Our life is too perfect. I feel like something bad is going to happen." He's like, "We deserve to be happy." And she's like, "Yeah, I know, but it was almost a premonition." And then eventually she got cancer. But he was never far from her side. Unlike these toxic mofos today, these narcissistic sons of Satan, he was by her side every step of the way. He never once just looked at her like, he's not cut from that cloth. She wasn't cut from that cloth. If the situation was reversed and he had cancer, she would have did everything in the world for him too. This is what it looks like to have a reciprocal, solid foundation of true love, true devotion, true caring. It's just so powerful. And he said, "The love I have for her, had and have for her, is indescribable." And he's absolutely right, because they don't even, like I said, they don't make them like that no more. They just don't. I've never met a Kyle. Never, not once. Never. I see these. It's kind of hard for me to be on Instagram, because so many posts have to do with love, and your man is coming or your woman is coming and true love is waiting for you right around the corner. And I don't want to hear all that romantic fucking bullshit, because not everybody is going to get that. Not everybody's going to get a person who's mentally healthy. Not every person is going to, like, I'll give you an example. I've watched, I don't know how many videos where I'm watching people's weddings, and it's like tradition for the man to not see the bride in her wedding gown. It's like bad luck or some kind of whatever. So some people stuck to that tradition. So he's never seen her in her wedding gown until the day they got married. And I can't tell you how many times the guy turned around. He had his back, he got everybody in church, and you got him standing facing the aisle. I mean, he was standing there facing the preacher. And then when she walked in, music started or whatever, he would turn around and everybody would kind of stand up and turn and watch the bride come in. 9 times out of 10, he starts bawling his eyes out because he's seeing his love. I got chills right now. He sees her and he starts crying and he can't control it. He's almost because of her beauty and because this is a magical, special day. Ain't no man ever cried for me. You must be out of your damn tree. You must be drunk or something. Hey, honey. Um, please, no, 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 no. No man's ever done that for me. Am I a good woman? Yes, I am. Can I be appreciated? No. That's okay. I mean, I fill the void with giving myself love. I take care of me. I look out for me. I make sure I spoil myself. I make sure that I do what makes me all giddy inside. Because if you wait for that to happen from someone else, you may never get it. You have to give yourself the love that people can't give because they're sick, because they're twisted, because they grew up in a shitty household, whatever. They got shitty parents. Whatever is wrong with them, you can't really worry about that. You have to take care of you because it's your responsibility to take care of you. And for your mental health, your physical health, your health all the way around the board, you have to do what's going to work for you and what's going to soothe your soul, especially if you've been with sons of Satan, narcissistic psychopaths. You have to give yourself that love. You cannot wait for someone to just give that to you because that may not ever happen. And you need to be in a place in your life where you're okay with that. You cannot let that crumble you. Because if you rush to get with somebody, you rush to get married, you're going to rush to get divorced. Let me say that again. If you rush to get married, you're going to rush to get divorced. I never rushed to get married, but after 25 years of his bullshit, I was tired. Tired. Just tired. Fighting, arguing, fighting, arguing, fighting, arguing. The difference between Kyle and he needs to make clones of himself, okay? Because I would love to have someone like that. It would confuse me because I'm like, wait a minute, this guy cares about something other than vagina? Oh, wow. What's going on with him? He loves me. He's concerned about my happiness. He wants to make sure that I have a smile on my face. Am I being punked right now? No, because these fools, come on. They ain't shit. They're the quality of people out there, men and women both, is shit. Is shit. Okay? He was by her side from day one of cancer to the last day. He was there by her side. He held her in his arms until she took her last breath. He did the video today, and he talked about, our love story. And he read from what he wrote down, because he had kind of a journal, or he wrote notes from what he remembered. And then he read from her journal, her perspective of what it was like when they met and what it was like when they were dating and how special it was when she said, "Would you be my boyfriend?" And how special it was when months later he asked her they knew they wanted each other for life. They knew. But they had a solid friendship for years and years and years. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want to build your house on solid ground. You don't want to build your house on mud and then wonder why it fell apart. We don't have any manners anymore. We don't have respect anymore. We don't have ethics anymore. We don't have morals anymore. Let's bring morals and ethics back. Let's not bump and grind because we went out on 2 goddamn dates. Keep your clothes on. This is how you find out who's real and who's not. You do not get to know somebody. I've done said this a million times. You don't get to know somebody through moaning and groaning into bed. You don't get to know somebody that way. And people who are toxic, guess what? They can't wait to get you into bed. Because the sooner I get you into bed, the sooner I can scramble your brains like eggs. When you say no, I'm not really down for that. I'm down for a solid relationship. I'm down for a solid reciprocity. I'm down for a heart connection, a real connection. They're going to try to talk you out of it because they know they ain't shit. So I got to jump over your boundaries, karate kick them, get them out the way, because by the time you find out that I am a son of Satan, it's too late. You got your hormones leading you to believe that you love this person, when in reality it's hormone. It's based on hormones, not real love. And you'll never know if it's based on real love if you've been bumping and grinding too soon. You didn't have a solid friendship with this person. You didn't have mutual respect as if how you would treat your friends. You didn't have any of that. You just jumped to the page and boom, let's do this. And that's not the answer. And I'm going to say something else, especially for women of color. Keep your dating options open. A lot of men of color are extremely toxic. Don't get me wrong, white men are too. But don't narrow yourself and put yourself in a box. I'm only going to date this particular type. What if that's not for you? What if that's not your destiny? And you keep finding toxic people because there's somebody who's outside of your box that you didn't give him the time of day. Because you have it in your mind that this is the box that my partner has to come in. Keep your mind open. Women, do the same thing. Men, do the same thing. A lot of times we get stuck in a box. I'm open. I would have dated a Hispanic guy that I had met online, but he turned out to be an alcoholic, and any type of addiction whatsoever is bad. You know what's weird about that? He was a personal trainer. They're supposed to take care of their body, exceptional care of their body. That's what you use for your career. And you're abusing yourself like that? So needless to say, we were never going to go out. Plus, he offered to send me pictures of his you-know-what, and I'm not interested in that. And if a lady has class, the last thing she needs to see is your pecker. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, our minds are in the gutter. Our minds are in the goddamn gutter, and you wonder why your life is falling flat. You're doing everything wrong. Everything backwards. Everything is backwards. So, have it in your mind that the person who is for you may not come in the box you think they come in. They're supposed to come in. Be open to other ethnicities, because you just never know. There are interracial couples that are on YouTube, and they look like they're doing very well. Not to say that they are, but from what I've seen, and they've been together for a long time, so oh, you scared me. I'm sorry. You scared me, boy. What the hell? I seen him move out the corner of my eye. I'm like, what the hell? Just keep your mind open to other ethnicities. There's a lady, I always forget her name. Damn it. I think she's from Africa. I'm not sure. And her husband is white, and I'm not sure what country he's from. But she kept her options open. She didn't just stay in a box, or her man has to look like her. And she's the most classy woman. She is super classy. I forget her name. If y'all remember, tell me. It starts with is her name Fu? Oh, I can't think of her name. But they're an interracial couple. And they stayed celibate till they got married. What? Oh, snap. What? Sorry, guys. I got to get a thing in here. I'm getting warm. So what else is new? She wanted to stay celibate till they got married. That is the correct way to do it, boys and girls. That is the correct way to do it. So that you know your connection is real. It's not based on oxytocin. It's not based on, any type of hormonal thing in your body. It's just not based on that. It's based on a real connection. And they got married. They've been married, and they've been together ever since. Keep your options open. You never know what form love is going to take. You never know what form love is going to take. So be open to that. She teaches how to dress like a lady, how to dress, how to walk in high heels, how to conduct yourself like a lady, how to dress, how to, if you've got large girlies on top, how to wear a bra, a strapless bra, and still get the proper support on your girls. You know what I mean? She's classy, classy, classy. And unlike a lot of guys, he did not do the, well, I need to jump between your legs, and if I can't, well, then I'm out. That's what a lot of these fools do. Keep it moving. If that's what you're going to do, keep it moving. If you want to stay celibate till you're married, if that's your goal, if you want to get married, that's probably the best way to go about it, to go about things. You don't want to be bumping and grinding with just anybody, and you don't want to jump on that page anyway, because if you're looking for real love, you're not going to find it between the sheets. You'll never know if that was a real heart connection if you do the wrong thing, if you do things backwards. There's a reason why we're supposed to stay celibate till we're married. There's a reason for that. God set that up for a reason. Would I love that if I were to ever get married again? I would love to stay celibate until I got married. Just have to hope that your partner is not a liar, that your partner, if they have an impotency issue, because men could hide that until they get married, or, you know, a lot of times they will, they're bisexual and they don't tell you till after you're married, or they're more gay than straight. So if your marriage is based on the truth, you won't have to deal with any of that. They'll be honest with you and tell you, hey, this is what's going on with me. If they can't respect your wishes, get out of here. Get out of here. Now, I stopped dating men of color because they were just extremely hypersexual to the point where I'm just not going to deal with that. I refuse to deal with that. A lot of them have the slave mentality. The slave mentality is, my responsibility as a man is to reproduce. So they take pride in sticking women all over the place and sticking babies all up in them. And they have that make more slaves mentality. I told you about that. There's a black man that wrote a book. It's called Reinventing the Black Male Image. He used to be one of those, chasing skirts, skirts, skirts. Everything was all about ass, ass, ass. And he got older. He got more mature. He realized that he was cheapening his own life by doing that. And then once he became a better person, he wrote a book about it. That book is very, very, very good. Very good. And his honesty and his openness was very refreshing. So I didn't date men of color. Like I said, they're hypersexual, super, super sexual. White men have competed with men of color, and a lot of them act the same goddamn way. There used to be a point in time where white men did not do that to that extent. They were more shy. They were more reserved. They were more, they were less aggressive. But now it's like they're competing with men of color, and some of them are just as bad, if not worse. That's not a race you want to win, fool. Okay? Because you're going to get left in the dust. You're going to get trashy girls, but you ain't going to get nobody of quality because you acting simple. I'm just saying. So, anyway, food for thought. And I will post the video in the description. And if you want to watch his love story, that's what real love looks like. That's what real love looks like. All right. You guys take care. Much love.